Hey, what's going on, guys? Edward here, back with another video. Thank you so much for being here. This would be the fourth video regarding supply and demand zone um, that I wanted to share with you. Um, for those who are actually interested into this, I know is not that easy to find it, but if I know that some of my followers already are using this, and I have received many requests as well to they wanted to see more about supply and demand zone. Okay, so well today basically I wanted to show you a few techniques that you can use and that you can combine. Okay, you can work in combination, supply and demand zone with support and resistance. Okay, remember, as I always tell you regarding supply and demand zones, we're going to be looking for momentum, for big candles pushing up or going down. That's what we're going to be looking for. Okay, especially we're going to be looking like something like this, at least three candles. Okay, something like that, three consecutive candles pushing up. Okay, big candles. All right, sometimes we might see just a big ass candle, one single candle, and then followed by three small candles, or not that big basically. So I will show you some examples and show you how to draw it. Where and there are different ways. There are different ways. That's why this is actually a little confusing, but it takes time. I know it takes time, and that's basically what we have to do. We have to practice over and over again until actually you stick to one of the rules. Okay. So all right, I'm on S&P 500 right now, right here, as you can see. So let's try to first. Okay, I always tell you, I go like on a 4 hour time frame, or daily time frame, and I will draw my support and resistance. Okay, whatever I'm seeing, I know I'm very far away from the previous high, the previous record high. So, anyways, I will draw a line here. Okay, that would be like my floor. So after the breakout, we were expecting some type of retest. The price will come back down to retest, but it looks like doesn't want to go down yet. So all right, we're gonna scale in a little bit here, and we are going to draw the zones that we're seeing in this type of, like, it's like a consolidation. It could be a box right there. So I would say here there's one zone. Okay, I touch on the body of this one right here on the candle. I would say perhaps, yeah, perhaps about there. There's another zone, and right here is kind of difficult because there's so many touches and weird touches. Is like kind of like breaking. Let's say you want to put it on at the top, right? This last, like, would be the previous record high, even though it was this one. But look at that massive rejection to the upside and then immediately dropping. All right. So that's kind of like what we're gonna be looking for. Okay. You see this big momentum to the downside. The price melted down, and this right here could actually be a zone. Okay. Right there, it's an entire zone. Well, look at that massive rejection right there. So you can even draw it, I mean, all the way up here or even up here. It's a massive zone right there. So right now it is very attractive for a sell. Right here, this is what is called a supply zone. Okay. This is a zone that normally it's attractive for sellers. Okay. So basically, I know many traders were actually, as soon as the market reaches that supply zone, and you see that we're using in confluences, right? You know that is also a big ass support right there. Okay, not support, resistance. I'm sorry. So what you can do in this case, if you're into this, all right, you try to find confluences. Okay, so the first confluence right there would be the market is actually reaching this previous supply zone where the market meltdown very strong. It's coming back up to retest, and so that's the first confluence. Second confluence would be is touching your support. Okay, this is a very nice 4 hour support, so you know it's very strong. All you need to look is for a trigger right there. So what is the trigger? You see that three candle reversal. That's a candle pattern. Okay, so let's say you wanted to get in there, stop loss somewhere like this, and take profit. You can aim to this one. You know that this is a 4 hour zone right here, very strong. So be careful here. You can secure some profits at that zone. So it's a good sell. It's looking like a nice sell right there already. So that's basically a supply zone. Okay, the a resistance close to a resistance. It's called supply zone. Okay, now right here, as you can also, if I scale in, I'm still in a 4 hour. What do you see here? This big momentum candle to the upside, right? This big push to the upside. So this candle right here, this big engulfing candle pushing, you see the size that, so this is another zone, okay? Right here, it's a big zone as well, okay? So this is called a demand zone, okay? There are many ways they call this. They I know traders do like order blocks. You know, they trade supply and demand all the time. So it's basically kind of like similar, but it's basically to give you an idea. This push, you see this enormous candle and three, four candles pushing. You know, this is not us moving the market. It's not us. This is institutions, banks, you know, getting into that. So you know that if the market reaches this zone, potentially the market could actually bounce back up. Okay. So right now you're seeing is just a consolidation. It's basically a block right now. What's happening, right? Plus, also like looking in the past as well, you see this big push right here. This was or is still, I would say, you know, if you want to stretch this thing all the way down here, this is a demand zone right there. Okay, but you see what I'm doing? That like sometimes depends how you want to do it. It could be like that. I know sometimes, and let me explain you this is that traders sometimes they will actually draw the entire zone in the first candle, the entire zone. That is the exact demand zone. I know some traders will do it like in the previous candle. They would take a look at the previous candle, at least one previous candle, so you can have an idea to where to draw your zone. So like right here, you will draw your zone, let's say right there. Okay, and you see the market actually when it reached this zone, it reached it, it touched it, previous zone, okay, previous small demand zone. The market did touch it and immediately shoot up. So you see, it depends how you want to look at this, how you want to draw it. There are many ways. Okay, there are many ways. You can do that. You can take a look at the previous candle. Like in this case, what I'm doing here, you see the previous candle. So I go from the top of the previous candle to the bottom of this one right there because it's a zone. It's not a line. It's not a single line. It's not a straight line. So you will understand, okay, how to actually draw it. So it's going down nicely right there on the 4 hour already. Let's try to look in the past and see again for zones like that. Like this, you see this big momentum candle right here in the past, right there. Okay. You see, we're looking, you see, even right here, the price pushed. So you see that sometimes you can actually draw it from this candle. Let's try to spot this one. Right here, this is a nice demand zone. And the price actually tested two times. So you see the big push right there. So you, in fact, the entire push, this should be the correct zone. Okay. Or even higher. Sometimes the entire momentum candle, we cover the entire momentum candle. That will depend, guys, on how you want to do it. Okay, do you want to do it just like that? Because sometimes the market is not going to reach this small zone. Sometimes the price is going to reach perhaps this candle. It will reach it somewhere around here and then woof, shoot up. Okay, so that's what I want you to practice and test it and understand that that if you draw it this way, the market may not reach this zone. Sometimes it will, sometimes it will not. Okay, the idea for this is once you get here or once you get here, you wait for your trigger. You wait for something to tell you buy. Don't just make a buy because it's reaching the zone already. Okay? Try to prevent making entries without having an actual confirmation that the market will push because this thing could actually continue dropping. Okay? So right here, okay, this was a nice demand zone, but then now we have this nice push right there. Do you see this big ass candle right there? So again, you could have drawn this from here, that entire zone. That's another demand zone. And there we got. Okay. Or you want to draw the entire candle, the entire momentum candle right there. You can draw that as well right there. Okay. You see what happened that when I draw it here to this previous candle, the market did touch it several times, but barely touched it. So you wait for your signal, for your trigger. You can use it in combination. You like the flags, all right. You know that right there it's a nice flag and it's a nice bullish flag. So somewhere, uh, let's see. Let me clone that. All right. So there was some flag like that. So where would you enter? On the breakout of the flag. Boom. You got your entry right there. You know you are in a nice demand zone. You are breaking the flag. Oh my God. What else do you want here that this thing is actually going to shoot up? So you can aim previous highs in the past or previous record highs, all that way to the top. If you want to track that, then you can use in combination. There you go. You have indicators here. They can tell you, where to track it, when to get out. Look at the WMA lines. You got the 12th and the 30th, so you can, you see all the way the market. Meanwhile, the market was pushing. You see they were never crossing over. Right here they crossed over, or they kind of did crossed over here. You most likely you got scared in this zone. And you closed it out. But you see that using this indicator also will give you. So you see what I'm doing right now. You can combine certain things, support, resistance, um, with your supply and demand zone, and it's fire. Okay. This right here, it is a nice demand zone, but it's also support. This is also support. It's been touched several times right there, at least three times. Like if you go in the past, yeah, somewhere around here, the market has reaction as well. So this is an entire support right there. Okay. So you're using support and you're using your demand zone right there. You see them big momentum candles. So you go with that. You stick, if you don't want to trade this way, that is fine. Okay. If you don't want to just get your mind crazy with supply and demand zones, that is fine. But it's good to know that it's there. Okay. It's good to know that the market follow the momentum candles. Okay. What the momentum candles are telling you is good because remember, we don't move the markets. We don't move them. Okay, these are big institutions, so we follow big institutions. We try to follow. Okay, sometimes it's hard to detect it. Yes, I know it will be complicated, um, but it's there nonetheless. Look at that price melting right now. Look at that crazy going down now. So it's a nice supply zone right here, plus touching that resistance right there. So, well, it's working right now for the example, but so we might have some type of consolidation. I'm sure we're going to reach this zone tomorrow or barely right here. And then during night, the market could actually go down here, test this zone somewhere around there, and then most likely push up again. Okay, I think that's what's going to do. And but that's basically it, guys. That will be pretty much um, all for today. I hope you understand a little bit better. Support, using in combination support, supply and demand zone, um, with support and resistance, using them in combination, it will definitely help you improve uh, your trading. Okay. Again, guys, if you have questions, doubts, leave your comments below. I would love to hear what you think about supply and demand zones. Is it confusing for you? Is it not? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys again, guys, for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take it easy, guys.